Keep putting in that work. Keep putting in that work. You know why? You were almost there. You were almost there. It's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. And they don't want you to know that. They don't want to give you that.
What's good, Extra Nation? I am your host, Kennedy Nichols, and today I have with me Sanaya Rucker. That's your last name, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My girl is a freshman majoring in psychology, and I have the lovely pleasure of meeting her through the Jag Talk podcast. We became friends when we were on the mic together, and I decided to bring her here today because we're both girls, and it's time to get unfiltered.
Yeah.
So my first question for you is, what motivates you to succeed in life?
Okay, I say me personally, I don't know if it goes with anybody else, but me personally, I feel as if it's my past situation. So, you know how your mom or your dad may not finish college, you know, people, they're just not really into school. That really motivates me to like just finish college, do everything that I feel like my people hasn't done, because it makes me feel like a role model to my sisters. I have, hold on y'all, I got six. I have 6 sisters, y'all. 6. So I try to do the best I can to make them like see that, you know, school is a great option. You just have to make the best out of it. So I feel like that's what motivates me in life.
Yeah, I have 3 sisters too, and so like I'm the oldest. So like my younger sister, I was telling her the other day like about my internships I got or whatever, and she was like, I just hope you know that I look up to you, and like that motivates me to like keep going, because I know I have somebody under me looking up to me to know that they can do whatever they want to in life. Another question is like, what do you do to remain confident? Like do you go get your nails done?
Okay.
Do you get your hair done? Like, what do you do?
Hold on, y'all, give me a second. I feel like what makes somebody bad, like as in general, like what makes somebody feel like just pretty, get your hair done. Get your hair done, you're gonna always feel like the baddest girl in the room. I promise you. You get your hair done, it might last about a month or 2 weeks, but when you get your hair done, it's like, okay, I'm back, y'all. She's back, y'all.
Yeah, I've started like getting my nails done too. At first I wasn't like a girly girl, but like I feel like coming to college, I feel like you have to enter that new era of your life. Like you're growing up. It's like a new era where you're like progressing in life. So me getting my nails done and like me doing my hair, I feel like that just gives me like that when I walk in the room, it's Kennedy in here.
I couldn't even get my nails done at first because I did cheer, so like pretty much my nails I couldn't get done because, you know, we had to study everything. So I'm still trying to get into like getting the nails done, but the hair for sure, I love doing the hair. Now one thing I can say, as I'm like in college now, I learned how to do my own hair.
Me too.
Because you know, you don't be having the fun sometimes to get your hair done. So I will say that most of the time I do get my hair done, like just do it myself. But other than that, I feel like I'm trying to get into the nails. Look, you see that, y'all? The nails is not done. I don't really see it as, now the toes, okay, but the nails, I don't know. I'm gonna get into it though as I get older. I feel like.
Yeah. What do you do that helps with your mental health? Because I know that's like a big topic on campus, like mental health.
Space. For me, it's space. Like, you know how you can just dissociate with everything that's giving you stress. Like it could be for 2 hours. It can be for a day. I feel like that's what makes me regroup myself, because when it's so much cluster, I get like overstimulated. I can't. It's too much going on. I have to leave the room, or I just have to sit there and be like, okay, this is what I have to do. Just stay focused. That's how I get myself together. I can't be around like just the clustered stuff too long. I'm gonna get like real frustrated. It's really bad.
Yeah, that's the same for me too. And I also like recommend therapists. I had a therapist the first part of the spring semester, but then I kind of branched out. But I do recommend like getting a therapist. Like, have you ever had a therapist?
Yeah, actually I have one right now. But I recommend a therapist because I feel like you don't have to have something necessarily wrong with you. It's just like, I feel like a therapist balance your life. Like, you just need that other voice in your, like, you know, in your perspective life, to just be like, okay, I am doing the right thing. Because, you know, sometimes you just listen to yourself, you be like, is this the right thing? Or this is just what I want?
You let the thoughts back your head.
So I do like the therapist, because I feel like it regroups me back to like where I'm supposed to be, just in case I just went too far gone or stuff like that. It doesn't have to necessarily be something wrong with you though.
Yeah, like you said before, you do take breaks when overwhelmed. I had to honestly understand that it's okay to take breaks.
Yeah.
Because you want to keep going, you want to, keep moving fast, keeping the pace going, but sometimes you have to sit there and be like, okay, I need a break.
Yeah.
Because in college, it's like a lot of stuff going on. You got parties, you got class, you got orgy. So, how often do you take a break and be like, okay?
So I can't say that I can't really take breaks now that I'm in a lot of stuff, like a lot of organizations. So breaks are not really, I can't really put it into my schedule, but I can say the times that I kind of do get a break is on that Sunday. I do that Sunday strictly on like just Jesus, like talking to him and just me. That's where I put myself in. That's like my me time is Sundays. Because other than that, I don't get breaks on Saturday because I be volunteering. So it's like, I don't get breaks at all. But I do try to do every Sunday. If I can't do every Sunday, I know my Monday gonna be a little cranky. So I do try to fit it in there somewhere.
Yeah, I go to church on Sundays as well, or I watch church online, and it do help. I honestly can say, like, after incorporating Jesus in my life a little bit more, I can say it has been way more peaceful than what it was before.
I feel like that is definitely true because I just like started, because you know how you will be so like into what you got going on and you'll just forget about him sometimes. Like I do talk to him, but I feel like I don't give him enough time out of my day, so I can't say that like putting him into my day is like more like, okay, I feel more calm. I don't feel as like overwhelmed because I'm trying to do everything on my own, you know? So
and I also start morning off with like gospel music too, just to set the tone for the day or set the pace for the day. I know.
I don't like, okay, I'm not gonna say I don't like, because I don't like to cry, so I try to minimize the gospel music, but I love it, don't get me wrong. I just don't like crying because then I'll be like, like every emotion just comes back into it. I just don't like it.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little turn. What do you look for in a relationship? Like your top 5 things.
Commitment. I feel like you can't keep a man, baby. A man has to want to be kept, okay? 2, loyalty. Loyalty is a big thing because it's like y'all could be in these arguments and they can love you, but they're still going to cheat regardless. So loyalty is one of mine. 3, honesty. I love honesty, like regardless of what happens. I really like just transparency, like just
being transparent.
I'm trying to see because this is kind of like
communication.
Yes. Ooh, communication. Yes.
Communication and listening.
Communication is, that should have been my point. Communication is definitely key because sometimes stuff do end just because y'all didn't communicate well or stuff like that.
You gotta listen to them.
Yeah, and also just a family man. I love a family man.
Yeah.
I love a family man.
My I would say top 3, communication and listener. I could talk to you all day, but if you're not listening or understanding what I'm saying and putting what I'm saying in perspective, then there's no point in us still communicating because you're not listening to what I have to say. Honesty and loyalty. I feel like those 2 tie in. I feel like if you can't be honest, then you can't be loyal.
Yeah.
Like, if I ask you a question, just be upfront with it and be like, okay, this what it is and this what it isn't.
But you don't be having that a lot. But you know what?
You don't. But that's
but
when you look for somebody, you gotta be like, okay, you gonna be honest, then that's where loyalty follow.
Yeah.
And then, just being there, like reassurance. I feel like reassurance is a big one because we can have all these arguments, we can disagree, but as long as I know, like, you understand where I'm coming from and that reassurance, then I feel like that's what keeps a relationship going. Because, we all have our insecurities, but if that person is, like, constantly reassuring you, then you shouldn't have that issue.
Yeah, I really do feel like that. And comprehending. Because like you said, you can talk to somebody and they can listen to you all day, but if they don't comprehend what you are saying to them and take it into like a constructive criticism type of thing, it's just going to be like one ear out the other. So I do feel like comprehending does play a lot into that because you can listen to somebody all day, but if you do not comprehend what they're saying,
there's no point.
It's no point. You're just talking, baby. You'd rather talk to the wall. I'd rather talk to the wall, honestly. Like, seriously.
What do you consider a toxic relationship?
Controlling. I can't stand a controlling relationship. That's not. Like the type I can see boundaries. It's a thin line between boundaries and controlling. Like you can do boundaries. You know, certain things you can't really do with other men. Like, you can have like, for me, male friends, okay, cool. But when you start to, like, mix that, you know, it's business and pleasure. You can't be doing all that. But, like, the person like, oh, I don't want you going with them because I feel like I don't want you going with your friends. I don't like that.
The controlling.
Yeah, I don't like controlling. That just, it gives me the icks. And it also, it scares me because those type of people that control, they like more of like the abusive type. So I really watch out for that. Seriously.
And I also feel like verbal abuse, like, although you may not put your hands on me, verbal abuse is a big thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because something about verbal, they be trying to do like, oh, it was just because I was mad, or.
But you don't talk to somebody you love like that when you mad.
And I feel like when you're mad, that's when the truth comes out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna take whatever you said to me. I'm gonna tell you that's the truth. Like, you've been feeling like this, and it just happened to come out when you was mad. So I don't play the abusive. Like, not the verbal abuse, also emotional abuse, like the manipulative type. I don't do that either, because the narcissistic like behaviors, that scares me. Like, stuff like that, I don't like that. Like, if you're trying to gaslight somebody to the point that they, like, you're trying to make them feel bad, I highly disagree with that. Like, that's not good.
And then I know this is kind of like a good question, but like, would you date someone in like a Greek org or like dance, sports? You know, they be busy, but I know that's like
so me personally, I do have, you know, a little boyfriend, but I can say, like, from a perspective of like just talking to, let's say I was talking to like a mentee or something, I would say stay away from them. And I'm gonna say it real nice, just stay away from them. Now, I'm not gonna say all of them are the same, because they're not. But if they're clearly showing you, baby, they're here for a good time and not a long time, please leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because if they show you, okay, then they make their, how can I say this? Their intentions, they make them clear, then you can lean into it, but do not fall head first. But me personally, I wouldn't. I mean,
I don't recommend it. I don't. It's cool,
I don't.
You know, to have conversation, you know, talk to them, but like, they're in their neo phase, and when they're in their neo phase, they honestly don't really care. Like,
they don't.
They have girls throwing themselves at them, so it's like, if she don't do it, then I just feel like another girl gonna do it.
Yeah, like I said, it's not for everybody, because I don't like to put them all in that same category, but it is some people that like to enjoy their neo phase, and they like to have their little flings. So I say I wouldn't recommend it, but me personally, no. Now, if my person was to do it, then I would fully support him, but other than that, I wouldn't personally go forward unless he's just trying to make his intentions clear, like, okay, he want me and only me, he putting time for me, like stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna consider it, of course.
Yeah, I'm considering it,
but because I'm not gonna put them all in that same category. But if they're showing me, like, okay, I'm only here for one thing, I text you one time out of the month, you know, for the same thing, then no,
you know their intention.
Don't do it. Do not do it.
And then my last question is, would you consider 50-50? Me personally, I just feel like we're at that age where it's like, we're not like fully financially stable. Like, yeah, we can do this in here, but I honestly don't feel like it's 50-50. I feel like it's like 75-25. Like, you got it, and then he may have it. Or he don't have it, then you have it. But 50-50, I don't feel like that's far. Not gonna say that's far our age range, but I feel like more so when you have a family or something like that, then that's when the 50-50 comes in.
I say the 50-50 comes in now, honestly, because, like, you know, we're not financially stable. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. As college students, and you might have a little boo, you can't expect them to sit there and keep constantly paying for stuff. Like, just like you probably don't have an income, he doesn't have an income. Just like you go to school, he does too. So you have to, I feel like, okay, I can go on this day, I can do this one right here, I can do this check right here. Next time, you will do the date. Or I could do 2 of them. If you don't have it right now, then you would just back me up on the next one. Like, I do feel like 50-50 is definitely a thing, like, as of right now. And even when I get older, I just never, me personally, y'all, I don't want to tussle. But me personally, I don't feel like I never wanted a man to pay all the bills. I'm sorry. Because
I feel like once they do that, I feel like they can tell you what to do, what you can do. Yeah.
And I don't like that. I've been taught to actually be an independent woman, but I can consider 50-50 instead of just like just him paying all the bills.
Like 90-10.
Yeah, but I
50-50.
can't. I don't know. And then I feel bad that he's paying it, and then I'm gonna feel bad like I'm gonna pay it anyway. So
Yeah.
that's just me though. That's just
Because I feel like what I bring to the table is what I bring to the table. And like what you bring to the table, it should be like a addition. It shouldn't always be on you. It's just as if I was to bring it to the table, I would want you to be an addition to what I bring to the table.
Like a little, you know, especially if we financially stable, then I can see more of like, you know, conjoining on the bills and stuff. Like, you know, I got it. We both know we got it.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I can still go out with you just so we can have some. Like, you know. So yeah, I feel like 50-50 is definitely a thing, and I feel like I would consider it in some of my relationship. Not consider it, I do actually do it in my relationship, and I'm gonna continue to do it as I get older with kids, all of that. So yeah, I love 50-50.
Okay, I appreciate you being here. Thank you
you.
for tapping in with Jag Talk After Hours. To keep up with the Jag Talk podcast, follow us on Instagram at SouthernU_OSM. You have been here with your favorite host, Kenny Nichols, and my co-host, Sanaya Rucker. And I hope you have enjoyed Girl Talk Unfiltered.
Bye, y'all.